Rational numbers, division of decimal. We will learn the process or the proper steps in dividing decimal numbers and understand where to place the decimal point in the quotient. So when dividing decimal, remember that the goal is to make the divisor a whole number. So in here, we need to identify the parts of our division sentence. What is the dividend? What is the divisor? And also, what is the quotient? Now, there are things to remember in division of decimal numbers. First, move the decimal point to the right to make the divisor a whole number. Move the decimal point the same number of places to the right in the dividend. Second, place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. Then, divide until there is no remainder or until the quotient begins to repeat in a pattern. So, annex zeros if necessary. Now, let's proceed in our example of division of decimal numbers. We have here the given 110 and 2 tenths divided by 5 tenths. So first, we are going to move the decimal point to the right to make the divisor a whole number. But first, let's identify the dividend and the divisor. So our dividend is always the first given. Dividend. And our second given number is called divisor. So this is a divisor. Now, it says here na dapat gawin nating whole number si divisor. So we are going to move the decimal point to the right. So ito po yung decimal point natin. So we have one movement to make it a whole number. So our new divisor, so let's write it here. So we have dividend and divisor. So our new divisor is 5. Next, it says that move the decimal point the same number of places to the right in the dividend. Kung ilang beses po tayo nag-move kay divisor, then ganun din po kay dividend. So if we move one place kay divisor, then we will move one place kay dividend. So therefore, our new dividend is 1,102. So we are going to divide 1,102 divided by 5. Now, let's proceed with our division. Rewrite our dividend and divisor into long division method. So we are going to use the division bracket. So sa division bracket natin, meron po tayong dividend, divisor, and quotient po dyan. Si dividend, nilalagay natin sa loob ni division bracket. While si divisor ay sa labas naman po at yung quotient natin ay sa taas. Okay, now let's proceed. So dividend sa loob ng division bracket, so 1,102. Then si divisor ay sa labas. So dito po si divisor. At yung quotient po natin ngayon ay dito mapupunta. Si quotient. Now, let's proceed in step number 2. Place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. So, since our dividend is whole number, automatic that the decimal point ay nasa dulo. So, ngayon, kung ilalagay natin siya nasa pinaka-tapat po niya above the dividend or the decimal point in the dividend. Okay, so naka-align po siya. Now, proceed with our third step, division. Divide until there is no remainder or until the quotient begins to repeat in a pattern. Annex 0 if necessary. Now, let's proceed with our division. We have 1 divided by 5. So, 1 divided by 5 cannot be. Therefore, we look at 11. So, yung dalawang digit po yung gagamitin natin. So, 11 divided by 5. So, that is 2. So, the quotient is 2. So, we will put it above. So, 2. Next, multiply. 2 times 5, that is 10. Then, proceed with subtraction. 11 minus 10, so that is equal kay 1. 1 cannot be divided by 5. Therefore, we will bring down or add the next digit, which is C0. So now, 10 divided by 5, that is equal kay 2. So we are going to write it on top. And then multiply. 2 times 5, that is equal kay 10. And subtract 10 minus 10 is equal kay 0. So 0 cannot be divided by 5. Therefore, we are going to add the next digit, which is 2. 2 divided by 5 is cannot be. If it is cannot be, then we are going to put 0 in the quotient. Then, we are going to add 0 after the decimal point in the dividend and then bring it down. So, it becomes 20. So, now 20 can be divided by 5. So, 20 divided by 5, that is 4. Since it is 4, so the answer is right after the decimal point in the quotient. So, now let's proceed. 4 times 5, so that is 20. Then, 20 minus 20 is equal kay 0. Wala na po tayong next digit. So, wala na rin po tayong i-bring down. Therefore, wala na po tayong remainder. So, our answer now is 220 and 4 tenths. So, kung ano po yung number na nasa taas ni division bracket, that will be our quotient or our answer. So, if we want to check the answer, if it is correct, then we are going to multiply it, whether it is, we are going to multiply it to our divisor, and the answer should be dividend. Okay, for example, our quotient is 220 and 4 tenths multiplied to our divisor, which is our 0.5 or 0 and 5 tenths. Multiply 5 times 4, that is 20, so carry up 2. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 2, that is 2. Next, 5 times 2, that is 10, so 0, carry up 1. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1, that is 11. Next, wala po tayong ilalagay dito. Then, 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Then, bring down lang po natin kasi wala naman tayong i-add. 0, 2, 0, 1, and 1. Then, count the decimal numbers. So, since meron tayong dalawang decimal numbers, we will move 2 decimal places from right to left. 1 and 2. So, ang magiging sagot natin is the same with our dividend, which is 110 and 2 tenths. So, it means our quotient, which is 220 and 4 tenths, is correct. Now, let's proceed with our example number 2. For our example number 2, we have 72 and 9 tenths divided by 2 and 7 tenths. So first, we are going to move the decimal point to the right to make the divisor a whole number. So therefore, this is our divisor, the decimal point. We will move it to the right one place. So, we are going to move the decimal point the same number of places to the right in the dividend. So, same lang din po yung gagawin natin kay dividend. So, kung isang beses tayo nag-move kay divisor, isang beses din po tayo mag-move kay dividend. Therefore, our given becomes 729 divided by 27. Now, let's proceed in our division of decimal numbers. First, we are going to rewrite our given into a long division form. So, inside our division bracket, we have the dividend 729 divided by 27. So now, next step natin is place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. Since our dividend is whole number, automatic the decimal point ay nasa dulo. Then, we're going to put the decimal point above it sa quotient part. So, naka-align lang po siya. Then, proceed with division. Now, 7 divided by 27 is cannot be. Therefore, we are going to look for 72. Yung dalawang digit po natin. 72 divided by 27. So what are we going to do is, we are going to multiply 27 to a number para malaman natin saan papasok yung 72. Okay? So we have 72. Sorry, 27. So 27, multiply natin kay 3. Okay, 2 muna. So, 2 times 7 is 14. Carry up 1. So, 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1, it is equal kay 5. So, 54 ay pasok kay 72. Then, why not? Let's try multiply it to 3. So, 27 multiply kay 3. So, 3 times 7 is 21. So, 1 carry up 2. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. So, 81. Si 81 ay hindi po pasok kay 72. Therefore, we are going to use the 2. Ito pa ang gagamitin natin. Now, 72 divided by 27. So, that is 2. So, our answer, we will put it above in the quotient part. Now, proceed with 2 times 27. So, that is 54. Then, proceed tayo kay subtraction. So, 2 minus 4 is cannot be. Therefore, what are we going to do is, we are going to borrow kay 7. So, 7 becomes 6 and 2 becomes 12. So, now we can proceed in subtraction. 12 minus 4, that is equal kay 8. And 6 minus 5, that is equal kay 18. Now, proceed with our division. 18 divided by 27 is cannot be. Therefore, we are going to add the next digit, which is 9. Now, let's proceed in division. 189 divided by 27. So, hahanap tayo ng number na i-multiply natin kay 27. So, if 27 times 3 is 81, so we can proceed with 4. So, let's try to erase this. Now, let's proceed with 27 multiply kay 4. So, 4 times 7, that is 28. Then, carry up 2. Then, 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 2, that is 10. So, this is 108. Now, let's try multiply it to 6. So, 27 multiply kay 6. So, 7 times 6 is 42. So, 2. Then, 4. Carry up 4. Then, 6 times 2 is equal kay 12. Plus 4, it is equal kay 16. So, we have 162. So, pasok pa rin po siya kay 189. So, why not trying 7? So, 27 multiply to 7. So, 7 times 7 is 49. So, 9. Carry up 4. And then, 7 times 2 is equal kay 14. Plus 4. So, that is 18. So, 189 is equal to 189. So, we can use 7. So, 189 divided by 27. So, that is 7. And 7 multiply kay 27. So, that is 189. So, all over. So, subtract. 9 minus 9 is 0. 8 minus 8 is 0. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So, now, since our answer is 0 already, we don't have any remainder. And also, there's no digit na kailangan pa nating i-divide. Therefore, our answer is 27. So, in 72.9 or 72 and 9 tenths divided by 2 and 7 tenths, the answer is 27. Now, let's proceed with our third example. For our third example, we have 39 and 44 hundredths divided by 2 and 9 tenths. So again, move the decimal point from the divisor to the right to become whole number. So we have 29 and we move 1 places. Therefore, we are going to move 1 places in the dividend. So isang beses lang din po. So kaya po, ang magiging bago nating equation will be 394 and 4/10 divided by 29. So now, let's put it into a bracket or division bracket. So we have 394.4 divided by 29. Now let's proceed in second step. Place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. So since andito po yung ating decimal point, i-align lang po natin at ilalagay natin sa quotient part. Now, proceed with division. So 3 divided by 29 is cannot be, so we are going to look for 39. So 39 divided by 29, so automatic we only have 1. So we will put 1 sa itaas, then multiply. 1 times 29, so this is equal kay 29. So minus po natin, 9 minus 9 is 0, and 3 minus 2, this is equal kay 1. So 10 divided by 29 cannot be, therefore we are going to add the next digit which is 4. Next, 104, i-divide po natin kay 29. So we are going to look for a number where can we divide C104. So we are going to multiply 29 kay 3. So let's try. So 9 times 3, it is equal kay 27. So 7 carry up 2. Then 3 times 2 is equal kay 6 plus 2, it is equal kay 8. So we have 87. Now try natin i-multiply si 29 kay 4. So si 87 pasok kay 104, try natin si 4. 29 multiply kay 4. So 9 times 4 is equal kay 36. So 6 carry up 3. Then 4 times 2 is equal kay 8 plus 3, that is equal kay 11. So 116. So si 116 is mas mataas kay 104. Therefore, ito po ang kukunin natin, si 3. So 104 divided by 29 is equal kay 3. And 3 times 29, so this is equal kay 87. Now, proceed with division, subtraction. 4 minus 7 cannot be, so magbabarrow tayo kay 0. But 0 is still smaller. So, magbabarrow tayo kay hundreds. So, si hundreds ay magiging 0. Then, si 10, si 0 magiging 10. At since we are going to borrow, yung 10 po natin ay magiging 9. At si 4 ay magiging 14. Okay? So, remember the subtraction process. So, now let's proceed with subtraction. 14 minus 7, this is equal to 7. Next, 9 minus 8 is equal kay 1. Then, we cannot subtract because it's already 0. Okay, now let's proceed with the next one. 17 divided by 29 cannot be. Therefore, we are going to bring down the next digit which is 4. Now, we are going to look saan po natin pwedeng i-multiply si 29. Since 174 at si 4 ay only 116, now let's try to use higher number. So, multiply po natin si 29 kay 5. So, 29 times 5. So, 9 times 5 is 45. So, this is 5. Carry up 4. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 4, it is equal kay 14. So, 145, pasok pa rin po kay 174. Now, let's try si 6. 29 times 6. So, we are going to multiply 6 times 9. It is equal kay 54. So, 4, carry up 5. Next, 6 times 2. It is equal kay 12 plus 5, then it is equal kay 17. So, 174. So, since pasok pa rin po siya kay 174 and it is equal, then we are going to use 6. So, 174 divided by 29, so this is 6. Then 6 times 29, it is equal kay 174. And when we subtract, it is equal kay 0. So, since 0 na po ito at wala na pong next digit na i-bring down, then our final answer is 13 and 6/10. Now, let's proceed with our example number 4. For our example number 4, we have 150 and 45 hundredths divided by 1 and 5 tenths. First, move the decimal point to the right to make the divisor a whole number. So, our divisor is 1.5. Therefore, the decimal point will move to the right 1 times. So, kung ilang beses tayo nag-move kay divisor, ganun din po kay dividend. So, ibig sabihin, 1 times lang po tayo mag-move ng decimal places. Therefore, our new given is 1,500 4 and 5 tenths divided by kay 15. Now, let's rewrite it into a long division form. So, we have 1,504 divided by 4 and 5 tenths divided by 15. Now, proceed with our division. But, place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. So, therefore, si decimal point, i-align lang natin at ilalagay natin kay quotient part. Now, we can divide until there is no remainder or until the quotient begins to repeat in a pattern. Annex zeros if necessary. So, 1 divided by 15 cannot be, so we're going to look for 15. 15 divided by 15, automatic, that is 1. 1 times 15 is equal to 15, then proceed with subtraction. So, 15 minus 15, so that is 0. Next, 0 cannot be, then we are going to bring down the next digit. The next digit is 0, therefore, we are going to bring down 0. So, 0 divided by 15 cannot be. So, if we are going to bring down the next digit, make sure that we are going to put 0 above. Now, bring down 4. 4 divided by 15 cannot be. So, before we bring down the next digit, we put 0 in the quotient. Next is we are going to bring down 5. Now, 45 divided by 15. So, pwede na po natin siyang i-divide. So, let's try multiplying 15 kay 3. So, 15 times 3, it is equal kay 3 times 5 is 15. Carry up 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, that is equal kay 4. So, it is equal kay 45. So, therefore, 45 divided by 15, it is equal kay 3. So, 3 times 15, it is equal kay 45. And when we subtract 45 minus 45, it is equal kay 0. Since it is already 0, then wala na rin po tayong i-bring down. Then our answer is 100 and 3/10. Now, let's proceed with our last example. For our last example, we have 13 and 446 thousandths divided by 2 tenths. First, what are we going to do is to move the decimal point in the divisor to make it a whole number. So, ito po si divisor, we move 1 decimal places. So, same po ang gagawin natin kay dividend. So, isang beses po tayong mag-move. So, 1. So, hanggang dyan lang po. Then, we are going to rewrite it into a new equation. So, 134 and 46 hundredths divided by 2. So, our divisor becomes whole number. So, now let's proceed in rewriting it into a long division form. So, we have 134 and 46 hundredths divided by 2. Now, place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. So, therefore, we're going to put decimal point. Now, proceed with division. 1 divided by 2 cannot be. So, we are going to look for 13. 13 divided by 2. So, we have 6. because 6 multiplied kay 2, that is 12. Next, 13 minus 12, so it is equal kay 1. 1 divided by 2 cannot be, so bring down 4. 14 divided by 2, so automatic this is equal to 7. So 7 times 2, it is equal kay 14. And 14 minus 14 is equal kay 0. Next, proceed tayo with the next digit. So bring down 4. 4 divided by 2, so that is equal kay 2. So we are going to put the answer above. Then 2 times 2, it is equal kay 4. Then subtract 4 minus 4 is equal kay 0. Next, we are going to bring down 6. So 6. Then 6 divided by 2, this is equal kay 3. And 3 times 2, it is equal kay 6. And 6 minus 6 is equal kay 0. Since this is already 0, and there's no next digit, then our answer is 67 and 23 hundredths. Now we'll learn how to divide decimal numbers. And remember the important steps. Divide or make the divisor a whole number. Move the decimal point in the dividend the same number of places. Then divide, and you may check your answer. So these are the things that we need to remember in the division of decimal numbers.